Today, I don't have to take a drink. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am alcoholic. Today, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I cannot be any more grateful. We just want to offer our thoughts and condolences, our prayers to Eric Wilson. He's one of us. He's one of our own. He lost a family member this week, and Eric is really... he's the powerhouse brains, I think, behind a lot of things we do here in the Recovery Classroom and the Crosstalk meetings. So, Eric, we just want to say we love you. We're praying for you and your family, and I ask everyone within our social media footprint to extend your own thoughts and prayers and condolences to Eric Wilson and his family. Tonight, it's Friday night. That means we have our Friday night Crosstalk meeting tonight at 7 o'clock. If you're local to the Huntington, West Virginia area, I encourage you to come on down to 5747 East Pea Ridge Road in Huntington, Pea Ridge United Methodist Church, for what we like to call the quickest hour in recovery. It starts tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll see you there. There was a card that came in our Crosstalk meeting a couple meetings ago, and I read it, and I immediately thought of Eric. And when I first met Eric about 3 years ago, he walked into a room I was in, and I was talking to another friend of mine, and apparently I made the comment to this friend of mine. I said, I didn't have to drink over it today. And Eric heard that. I guess it was maybe the first thing he ever heard me say to somebody. And it stuck with him. It stuck with him, and it resonated with him. And I wasn't even talking to Eric. I was talking to a buddy of mine. Anyway, the other night in the Crosstalk meeting, I saw this card come in. Is it difficult to think to yourself you can never have a drink again? And I read that card and I thought back to, I'm just happy I don't have to take a drink again. I'm not worried about not ever taking a drink. I'm thankful that I don't have to take a drink today. No matter what happens, no matter how shitty of a day that my day may be going, I don't have to take a drink. In order to drive this home, you have to understand where I was at in early part of 2021. By that point in my drinking career, I couldn't figure out how to stop. I'd already tried everything to figure out how to stop. I would wake up and I would be angry at myself because I'd allowed myself to become so physically dependent upon this thing called alcohol. I could not make it 24 hours. Hell, it was tough for me to make it just a few hours without having a drink in my system. And I hated the fact I'd allowed myself to demonstrate that addictive properties, that addictive characteristics. I hated the fact that I could not stay stopped. Sure, I could stop long enough to take the kids to the doctor, maybe take the kids, drop them off at school, maybe do a little bit of my work. But I always had to come back. And so by the time I came back into the rooms in July of 2021, I was looking for a way to stop. I didn't care. I wasn't worried about stopping forever or stopping for 2 months. I just wanted to be able to stop and stay stopped. I wasn't thinking about how long. I just wanted to stay stopped. And that's where, when I heard the phrase, just for today, just 24 hours at a time, I was like, okay, fine. I'm just going to try to focus on staying stopped for 24 hours at a time. And I was fortunate whenever I came into the rooms, no one told me, no one ever set me down and said, Drew, you're never going to be able to drink again. That was a conclusion I had to arrive at on my own. I had to get a sponsor. I had to start reading the big book. I had to start working the steps. I had to start working with others before I finally realized I don't have to take a drink today. I will never be able to drink. That was the realization that hit me. I will never be able to drink again like a normal person. Matter of fact, in the big book, Bill Wilson even says that idea that we can drink, that has to be smashed. I will never be able to drink. I was okay with that because, again, when I came in, I was just trying to figure out how to stop, period, for good. I wasn't worried about stopping forever or stopping for 2 months or 6 months or whatever. I was just worried about trying to figure out how to stay stopped. Back in the day, whenever I was actively drinking, I remember I could never imagine my life without alcohol. I just could not fathom it. Today, I can't imagine my life with alcohol. Today, and again, no matter how bad of a day my day may go, no matter how shitty of a day I might be having, I don't have to take a drink. Is it difficult for me to think to myself that I will never be able to drink again? Not at all. Not at all. What's great is the fact I'm able to think to myself, I don't have to take a drink, because that was always my problem. I was always angry at myself that I had to have alcohol in order just to function. I'm thankful for the program of action known as Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm thankful for those 12 steps of recovery that worked for me. And I want to encourage you, you don't have to drink and drug today. You don't need to take it, but it will take some work. It's a decision you have to arrive at, or a conclusion you have to arrive on your own. If somebody would have told me that early on, I'm not sure I would have been here. But by God, I am thankful that I stuck around long enough for the miracle to happen. With that being said, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I cannot be any more appreciative. We'll be talking again soon, guys. Remember, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.